Before we start this, we need to discuss one important thing.
What's
The
that?
Giants and the Jets are 0-3. What is going on?
At least the Jets are putting up fights more often than not.
Yeah, but the Giants, they don't even try.
True. But I blame
get
that on.
you short. I'm more frustrated.
I mean, again, was I surprised with the outcome against Kansas City last night? No.
Of course not.
But is the fan base reaching its boiling point when it comes to how much of a stubborn piece of shit Brian Daboll is with how rigid his offense is?
Yeah,
Fuck
it's not.
yes.
It's not just rigid; it's flawed. That offense is so flawed, even if you break it.
And we've got the Chargers coming up next.
Oh, the Chargers are going to make mincemeat out of them. But then again, I got to see how they're doing.
3-0.
Yeah, the 3-0. Only so far, 6 teams have already been 3-0 so far.
Yeah, there were some shockers.
Yeah. This season is going to be very, very interesting.
Anyway, welcome, folks, to the MegaMets podcast, N-1 Victory 2025 Final. This will be taking place tomorrow morning, live from Kouraken Hall.
Oh, this is going to be a good one.
Tokyo.
I can't wait for this. I'm going first, but how we're going to do this, we're going to go from the bottom and go all the way up.
Yep.
All right, then. I'm starting things off. First up, an 8-man tag match. This is the N-1 Consolation. You have on one side KENTA and his allies, Manubu, Soya, Ulka, Sasaki, and Tetsuya Endo versus Team Galeno. Galeno, the Fist King, Hiroki Inaba, and Ricky Knight Jr.
So essentially, everyone in A block, that being KENTA, Soya, Sasaki, and Endo, against everyone in front that didn't make the cut in B block, Galeno, Kenoh, Daiki Inaba, and Ricky Knight Jr.
And they got to at least give them some sort of consolation if they got beaten in the tournament.
I mean, we were way off with our N1 predictions. We had Soya.
I never thought we were way off. Jeez.
Soya and Ozawa didn't even make it. Soya finished 3-4 with 6 points, and Ozawa ended up breaking his ankle against Marufuji and had to pull out.
Dang.
KENTA finished 4-3, Sasaki 2-5, and Endo 4-3. And Endo actually had to play spoiler against KENTA on the final double block day. KENTA was in control of his destiny because he had the tiebreakers over Kazuyuki Fujita and Masa Kitamiya, but he couldn't beat Tetsuya Endo. In the B block, by contrast, Kenoh and Ricky Knight Jr. needed to play spoiler to Galeno and Naomichi Marufuji, respectively. Knight Jr. succeeded, thus preventing Marufuji from slipping in with 12 into the final with 12 points. So Marufuji finished with 10, as did Ricky Knight Jr. And Kenoh failed, so Galeno finished with 11, which led to a sudden death match between Galeno and Jack Morris as they went to a double countout against each other, which was won by Jack Morris.
Just wow.
I'm going to give this to Team B block. It's a little better rounded out.
I'm giving it to Team A block because I'm going like I'm just throwing a bone or something. I just want to know what's going to happen.
Next up, a tag match. One half of the GHC tag champions from Team 2000X, representing Team 2000X, co-holder of the GHC tag titles, Takashi Sugiura and DAGA, fresh off finishing basically at the bottom of the block alongside Ulka Sasaki. You take on Passionate RATEL'S HAYATA and young boy Daiki Odashima. Yeah, no brainer. I'm giving this to Sugiura and DAGA.
I'm also giving it to Sugiura and DAGA. Let us move on. Another 8-man tag match. I swear, we're getting a lot of tag matches in this card. Thankfully, there's only 2 more after this one. This one's an 8-man tag. You have Go Shiozaki, Kazuyuki Fujita, Mohammed Yone, and Atsushi. Hold on, I'll be right back.
It's pronounced Atsushi Kotoge, but whatever.
Give me a second. This is what I get for having to do this. Yeesh. Had I known, I would have had it done.
Do I even want to know?
All right, I'm back. Let me try again. You have Go Shiozaki, Kazuyuki Fujita, Mohammed Yone, and Atsushi Kotoge against Naomichi Marufuji, Kaito Kiyomiya, Harutoki, and Shuhei Taniguchi.
I mean, I'll be blunt. I was not expecting Fujita to have as good of an N-1 victory tournament as he did, or Kaito Kiyomiya to have as bad of one as he did. Both finishing at 8 points. But even if Kiyomiya had won his match against DAGA, he still would have been on the outside looking in. The only way he would have gotten in is if Fujita and Kitamiya, both of whom he lost to, had gone to a draw.
Damn.
This one's going to be tough. You know what? I'll give it to Team Noah, which is Yone, Kotoge, Shiozaki, and Fujita.
Figures you'd be making that decision.
Which way are you going?
I'm picking Team Shiozaki.
Okay. Next up is a special singles match. Passionate RATEL'S Yohei takes on Team 2000X's Takashi. These two have been its closest brothers, whether it was in their time with the good-looking guys, the Passionate RATEL'S, and the Passionate RATEL'S. It was earlier this year in March during a lumberjack match between Soya and Ozawa over both the GHC heavyweight and GHC national titles when Takashi stabbed the RATEL'S in the back.
Yikes.
Since then, he and Yohei have not crossed paths all that much, especially when you consider Yohei had, at least for a time, been tearing it up as GHC Junior Heavyweight Champion before losing it on September the 8th to Hiromu Takahashi.
Yep.
That said, how far, there's not much in terms of backup for either side in this matchup. But however, that said, I'm going to give this to Takashi.
I figured you make that decision. I'm also picking Takashi.
Fair enough.
Now it's my turn. We got ourselves a tag team match. This one, Hiromu Takahashi and Amakusa versus Eita and Junta Miyawaki.
This is basically set up for Wrestle Odyssey on Saturday, October 11th, when Hiromu defends the GHC Junior Heavyweight title against Eita.
Yep.
I didn't even know this about Hiromu and Amakusa, but when they were on excursion in the British indie circuit, they actually were a tag team together. So this would have been like 2012, 2013, just to clue you in. Eita, on the other hand, has bounced around a lot in Noah. I mean, he led Perros del Mal de Japón, the Wicked Dogs of Japan. Then that group disbanded in 2023. Then he tried with the Noaseki gun. Was briefly part of Stinger, but Hayata didn't like it. And then Stinger disbanded. And now he's back in the Noaseki gun, or main contingent. That said, you got to give momentum to one of the two men fighting over the GHC junior title, and I'm going to give it to Hiromu.
I'm also going to pretty much give it to Hiromu.
And Amakusa. Right?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Next up, the GHC junior heavyweight tag titles are on the line. Los Golpeadores, Dragonbane and Alpha Wolf defend against from All Rebellion, the brother duo of Alejandro and Kai Fujimura.
That's a tough one to say the least, but it'll be a fun match.
Two brother tag teams, but the question is this the moment where Alejandro and Fujimura finally get their first taste of gold?
Do you think they're ready for it?
Perhaps. I mean, don't get me wrong. Los Golpeadores have been great tag champions. Twice they've held these belts, at least as far as I know. But we need to pass the torch to a new generation. And that's basically what the All Rebellion faction is about. Giving the new generation a crack at holding the torch. Indeed. So I'll go out on a limb and say we're going to have new GHC junior heavyweight tag champs in the forms of Alejandro and Kai Fujimura.
I'm surprised you went with that choice. I'm having Dragonbane and Alpha Wolf retain because who knows how this will turn about.
Close us out.
Now it's come to this, the main event, the N-1 Victory 2025 Championship match. Masa Kitamiya against Jack Morris.
Now here's something I didn't know until I looked it up recently. Jack Morris is no longer part of Team 2000X. He got kicked out of the group on August 11th after a miscommunication in an 8-man tag match. So not only is this a chance for him to get the immediate October 11th GHC heavyweight title shot at Wrestle Odyssey, this is also a chance for him to take revenge on what happened to him and against Team 2000X. Kitamiya, on the other hand, the other half of the GHC heavyweight tag champs, has never been a singles champ. So is this his chance to finally get what has been long overdue to him? Singles gold? Because he's failed quite a number of times at both the GHC National Openweight and the GHC Heavyweight Championships.
I am very conflicted on this.
So
very conflicted.
I mean,
we have to bring the coin out to decide.
Yeah, I mean, Kitamiya disappointed a lot of people when he basically sold his soul to Team 2000X.
Of course he did.
And for Jack,
come to this, hasn't it?
This is his chance at its own and fully redeeming himself. He wins this, he'll face whoever wins this gets Kenta in Ryogoku on the 11th.
Heads is Kitamiya, tails is Morris.
Yep.
When you're ready.
Ready.
Flip it.
Damn it.
Let me guess. It's heads.
Yep.
Of course. I'm picking Jack Morris.
Same here. Fuck the coin in this case.
Indeed.
I mean, people may think I developed a two-face fetish, but come on. I'm not going to be dictated by a damn coin every time I fucking flip it. Harvey Dent does that because he's got a bad case of split personality schizophrenia.
Yep.
And do I look like half of my face has been battered in acid?
Yeah, you could say that.
Seriously, if we had stayed in the FAF a little longer, I would have had my insert, develop a split personality where he does leave the group of his own volition because he's basically turning to the dark side.
Indeed.
And then the team goes out of their way to try to help him, no matter how much of a pain in the ass he's been.
Yeah. BRB once again. Never mind. Jeez.
In any case, that's it for tonight's episode of the MegaMets. I'll be back Saturday night for NXT No Mercy Live React, which thankfully all the NXT shows are still going to be on Peacock.
That's a relief.
Yeah, because I am not wasting $30 or driving my ass to Dave & Buster's to sit through that. I mean, I went there for All Out this past Saturday. It took them an hour to buy the event, and then when my back was turned, they changed it during the early phases of Fletcher versus Hangman.
Yeah, I know.
So I got stuck watching WrestlePalooza. And yes, that included Cena getting his ass handed to him by Lesnar.
What a shit show.
Yeah, I understand Michael's devotion to the WWE, but dude, WrestlePalooza to me was mid.
Mm-hmm.
Know what I mean?
Yep.
That's it for tonight's episode of the MegaMets. We'll be back at some point in October for both New Pro Wrestling Noah's Wrestle Odyssey and the King of Pro Wrestling event from New Japan.
When is this happening?
We'll have to do that the week leading into it. So like October 6th or 7th, 6th for...
Sure, we can do that.
Or Wrestle Odyssey, and then maybe the 9th for
King
of Pro.
We can do that.
Comment, like, share, and subscribe. We are the MegaMets podcast. Join us every time on the Hardcore Sports Network, the Aboriginal Sports Network, or my own channel, Mets2128. Goodbye, and good effing night. Bang.
Bang. Don't screw it.
See you then.
See you then.